Good morning, I'm John, and if it's your first time, welcome to Retired and Inspired. Now I'm 72 years old, but why do I get out of bed on the morning? Do I need to? Well, I really do. Health in declining age, or increasing age, should I say, at 72-year-old is one of the most important things we've got. So snooze and literally you lose. When I get up on the morning, I get up about 40 minutes earlier than my wife, because my wife has a small part-time job where she works 3 hours a day, Monday to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off, Saturday, Sunday in, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, on a recurring sort of cycle. And it's very handy. She's 66 years old, is retired, semi-retired. I'm the only one that's retired. But my wife has to go out to work to keep me in the means I'm accustomed to. No, literally, it really does help by having that part-time job. We can do our own thing while she's at work. But as soon as I get out, as soon as I get up on the morning, I make breakfast. I want a healthy start. We usually have a glass of lemon, squeezed lemon that is, and we put a drop of ginger in it and some honey and give that a good stir. We have a hot water tap, so we get that straight away. That starts our day off, and we usually accompany it with something like a couple of Weetabix, something light on the morning, or maybe some Greek yoghurt with a bit of honey on it and a few blueberries chucked into the pot for the sake of it. And then we're ready to go in the morning. Then we sit down, usually watch about 15-20 minutes of breakfast TV. It's only the news usually, and it's always usually a bit dismal. Today we've got a lovely day, lovely summer's day coming up in the UK. And then we set off and I walk my wife to work. Now, she works in a care home for the elderly, and she's a laundry assistant there who does all the laundry for everybody. Doesn't sound like an easy job, and it isn't. It's quite a nightmare job, to be honest. But she enjoys it for the simple fact that it's something else to do. She meets other people. We're not just sat in the house all day, watching TV. You've got to get out of that sort of thing. She's very fortunate she can still work. So I walk to work with her. It's only about 10 minutes round the corner from us. Obviously weather dependent. If it's really, really bad weather, then we'll pop down in the car, but don't like doing that for such a short distance. Doesn't do the battery good on the car anyway. So then I'll walk round the circuit, come back home, and then if there's any shopping to be done, then I'll go out and do that. Now, I usually like to do it on a weekday. I don't do shopping on weekends. I hate the crowds. So I usually do that on a weekday. So I'll pop in the car, pop down to somewhere that I usually want to go to. If it's on a Tuesday, I'll go to Iceland, because on a Tuesday you get 10% discount for the over 60s. And I usually do my shopping at Aldi. So I'll pop down to Aldi, get what we need, all the bits and pieces, and then get home, unpack it, and then start my day at home. Now, bearing in mind that my wife's at work, so I've got to find something else to do. Now, I usually start by doing the hoovering. Now, you'll say, and it's with a Pulte portable, like rechargeable hoover. So I usually do the hoovering. Now, I'm pretty good at the hoovering because I'm very good at cleaning, very good at washing, very good at ironing. Now, the reason for that is because I was in the Royal Navy from a young boy. So you end up with a bit of OCD, really. Well, some people do. My son was in the Royal Marines, but he never gained any of that OCD for cleanliness and folding his clothes, etc., etc. So I do the hoovering, and then half the time the hoover gets clogged up with my wife's hairs. So I get rid of them, sort the hoover out, and then usually empty it because it gets full quite often. I don't know how often people do hoover, but we hoover at least every other day. In fact, I do hoover most days. But it's surprising that the amount of dust and stuff that accumulates just over a week's period. So you just think if you didn't hoover, it'd be a right mess in our house. Plus, obviously, it keeps down those not bugs as such, but all those airborne particles, that can cause you allergies and stuff like that. So I get on with that, clean the hoover out, and then I might do the washing, because usually we put the washing machine on at night, because we've got cheap rate electricity, because we have an electric car, and we have cheap rate electricity from 11:30 at night till 5:30 in the morning. So we usually, all the appliances as well, will go on cheap rate. So we usually set them, the washing machine, for 11:30 at night, put it on delayed start, and also the dishwasher as well. So we can pop the dishwasher on and have cheap rate electric. So that could be one of my first jobs in the morning anyway, unloading the washing machine, pegging the washing out on the line, and I must admit I've got a bit of an OCD with being in the forces. I like everything to be in its place, so even the washing I peg on the line, which I'm looking at over here now at the moment, just next to me, is all symmetrical. It's got the same colour pegs on it. I know you'll laugh, but that's just what I'm like. So I look after the washing, and then that's all pegged out on the line. And then whilst I'm out here, I might pot around the garden a little bit, keep an eye on the garden, and do a bit of watering if it's needed. We usually water in the evening anyway, and give it a general tidy up, and get the cushions out. We've got some sitting area just over in front of me there. Get the cushions out of the shed, put them in at night, just in case the old seagulls decide to deposit something on it in the evening. And then I might go out and, as well as tidying the garden, I might do some of the weeding, because we get a lot of weeds. We've got a bit of a Yorkstone flag drive at the front, so we get a lot of weeds in that. But I went out the other day, popped some weed killer on it, it just doesn't seem to touch it. So I've got one of these weed burners as well, so I might go out after and give it a good blitzing with one of these, flamethrower weed burner type of things. That usually does the trick. Then what else do I do on the day? Well, exercise. I think exercise is very, very important when you're 72 or over 60s even. 50s, 60s, you've got to keep up your exercise. When I was a young boy, I used to exercise plenty because I was brought up in the Lake District, a place called Keswick, and I used to do fell running, cycling, all sorts of running and outdoor activities really. I used to go boating on the lake and stuff, and then ironing. I'm just getting onto the fact of ironing now. I do the ironing after the washing. Now I do the ironing, and as I say, I've got a bit of OCD, but it has to be just right. Because in the Navy, you had to iron everything and display it on your bed to the size of your naval manual, and it was just like a normal book. So we had it with your name showing as well. So I obviously brought that into civilian life. And you look in my wardrobe, and you've got all my shirts are in one side and all my trousers in the other side, all facing the same way. It's a bit sad really, but that's me. My wife's nearly the same as me, not quite. She does have OCD in the cleaning side of things. She'll go around the house and say this needs doing, that needs redoing, and I can't see where it is. But anyway, I usually oblige. So the only thing is with the ironing though, I'm a lot slower. My wife can rattle through, because as I say, she works in a care home for the elderly, so she does the laundry and the ironing and everything like that, and she can rattle through dozens and dozens of articles in that 3 hours that she's down there. But me, well, it takes me 10 minutes just to iron a pair of jeans, they've got to be just right. Anyway, now then, what else do we do? Well, being creative, you've got to be creative as you're getting older, because you've got to keep this going. That's one of the main things. You need your health, and you've got to keep the old brain going. So what I've done, I've obviously started this YouTube channel. Now, the idea of this channel is to discuss all matters pertaining to retirement. And basically, it's for the mutual benefit, can't speak today, it's for the mutual benefit of all of us. If we can all chip in and say what we want to see, what we want to hear, any discussions on things, negative comments, positive comments, can only make the channel better. So please, with that in mind, please subscribe and share on this channel, and let's make it a better channel for the good of all. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.